Hollow Knight is a game that I struggled at, but I got better. This could be virtually any video game, but I think it's particularly noteworthy of Hollow Knight, since it's a game known for its difficulty spikes, though where I can improve is quite satisfying. I remember when I first tried the game back in early 2022. Luckily coming in late means theoretical less wait for Silksong. I remember spending hours walling around in Forgotten Crossroads before realizing I gotta defeat the False Knight to get onto another section, telling how enticing the game is just through grey dreary paths. When the game gets vibrant, it's really luscious. I remember certain bosses like Hornet 1, the Soul Master, Broken Vessel, were bosses that I had to take on like 10 plus times before eventually beating. And now when I take on these bad boys, I can easily do it on try one. I mean, there's a bit of learning. Like with Hornet 1, I remember relying on Vengeful Spirit too much as a new toy, but honestly, as it's apparent, that's not actually the best area to use Vengeful Spirit. Nail Slashes, while half as powerful, can be delivered a lot quicker and don't use as much for your health juice. I also generally got better at using the controls. I actually remember defeating her while I was sick, and it was kinda cool. Something like Soul Master seems to have a lot of bravado, but when getting past it, it's a lot for show. Within a basic Hollow Knight playthrough, the only bosses that really still give me trouble would be ironically Hornet 2, where she appropriately amps up her game, and those little watcher guys who are just annoying. Hollow Knight itself is surprisingly easy. I remember even after my first playthrough, after being fairly powered up already, he was pretty easy to beat. Going for a true ending against the Radiance, that's a whole other story. Now, I must admit, at this point, I've not quite dealt with the hardest the game's offered yet. Still gotta defeat Radiance, still gotta defeat the Nightmare version Grim Troop, still gotta accomplish Path of Pain, still got the final level in Colosseum of Fools, and still got a fair bit of Pantheon, which I was actually pretty late in finding because I have to dredge the sewers, and the sewers are disgusting. Though I will say there is plenty of room for progression. I'd at the very least like to defeat Radiance to get that true ending. Maybe some point with the right charm build. Overall, the game is a lot of fun and I do keep going back to it, and I'm sure there's more improvement to come. How far have you gone to Hollow Knight game? Have you left Forgotten Crossroads? Have you accomplished Hollow Knight's hardest? Would there be market if I stream Hollow Knight playthroughs? Seeing other people's experience with the game is kind of fun. Anyway, cheers y'all.